Okay, here in round one, and this hand is not the greatest, but it does have all three colors and run the draw. I think it's acceptable. The Syndic makes it a little more keepable because then we can at least be actively using the white, especially since we have two sources to cast spells. I mean, of course, this hand, because of the 6-drop, looks like it's going to be too slow, but I think this is the kind of hand I want to keep when our fixing isn't that great and we're like straight up dedicated 3-color deck. It's a difficult choice, but I'm going to keep it. Oh, nice. It's a good draw.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Play it on turn 3 without the extort or wait?
I guess it depends on his plays, but it looks like waiting's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind getting a 3-3 online either.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. We'll see if maybe we draw something else next turn. Well, this guy was straight up Gruul.
Mm-hmm.
There's where all our red and green went. That's not too shabby. I might wait, but we'll see. Let's see what we draw here. All right, since it's a land, I'm definitely waiting. I'd much rather try and go to the late game. So I want to be extorting like off all my spells pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this won't stop the 2 damage he deals, but once I extort off the Centaur earlier, I'm gaining 4. Plus I'm making him lose some. Plus I might be able to swing back depending on what he plays. Okay, that's nothing. No big deal. Let's just, yeah.
Yeah, get the healer out.
Let's just bust this out now. Get a little extort going. Gain some more life and hang out. Cluestone's not the worst. We can actually extort off of it and then use it to sacrifice later if need be. It also ramps us into explosive impact.
Wow, straight up 9-2.
Looks like it. Raider's a pretty good one. Probably going to have to try and impact that. Wish I could play that. Let's just do Cluestone. At the very least, we can still impact the Raiders next turn if he swings everything.
Well, then it's a 6-6.
Oh, it's for each. Oh, okay. So he does get his own bonus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then that's a problem.
And he should just attack all out because the only thing he could lose is the Drudge Beetle.
But we might double block the Indrik. Oh, it's just those two?
I just single block the Indrik. I'm really surprised he's not willing to trade a 2-2 with Scavenge to make sure that his guy goes to 6.
Unfortunately, the Scab Clan Giant no longer trades with the Rubble Belt, so looks like we're just going to have to drop the bomb on him now. I think we want to do it before he untaps, but he's got... it's better than letting him sort of pump into it, and we can still extort off the impact too, so let's do that.
There were multiple Savage Surges around.
Oh, yeah, and Giant Growth, for sure. But I think this is a must answer, so at least we got it. And now actually our Scab Clan Giant looks better again.
Our Centaur Healer looks really good now.
Can trade with the Ceratok, and then it definitely will have done its job.
Saved us from 3 of the damage from Rubble Belt, pretty much.
Syndic has definitely already done his job.
That works against us.
Could be worse. The good news is, even though we're eating 8 here, going to 11, we crack back with the Syndic plus kill one of his guys. I think we kill one of his guys first to sort of see where we're at.
Yeah.
I think we can do both.
No. You need to extort.
That's alright. We're going to get to extort. That's not too bad. Hopefully eat the Rhino, of course, but...
Even the Indrik wouldn't be bad, but hitting Dredge Beetle would be kind of shitty.
Well, it's random. Alright,
Awesome.
good. Hit the best one. It's a good sign. And we get to crack back for a couple. Doesn't play around burst of strength, but we're kind of in a racing situation here a little bit. Not necessarily a racing situation. We just need to make all our damage count. The good news is we can dump this clue stone and still do infantry.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty tough. At least the Sky Plan blocks everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a good drop on his part. Really sucks we're playing the exact same colors as this guy.
Yeah.
Let's dump this first. See what we're digging for here. Krasis and Warmind, but we can't extort off both. No, I'd rather extort. So let's do the infantry because it blocks the knight, but I think that actually makes sense to me. It gives us the best blocks here. It might be cooler for the Krasis to get the evolve, but we want the blocker.
Because we'd be trading with the Krasis if we did anything, so yeah, I think that's the best play.
This lets us block Rhino and Knight.
And we can even, I mean, if worst comes to worst, we can use our Syndic to block something too.
Pretty amazing. See what we can do about it. Yeah, it really sucks getting cut on all this exact same spells that our first round opponent is playing. Yeah. So now we're getting punished for our keep. This is definitely the punishment we're getting. At least he's out of cards in hand and we have, well, our blocker's going to be gone unfortunately, but nothing we can do about it really. Guess he just nuked us.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. Because if he attacked all out after nuking us, he'd be able to hit us for 4 damage, most likely. But... nope.
So now we gotta decide blockers, what we want to do here.
You can double block the Rhino, but he'll most likely kill the Warmind infantry.
He's not even gonna swing the Vigilance Knight? I guess we could just eat it. Okay. Yeah, I think we can double block Rhino, Syndic, Warmind, kill the 4/4, only lose one of our guys. Then we can trade with the Beetle, so he'll lose the Trampler with the Beetle if he wants to do the mana with it. But I guess he'll get the Vigilance guy. Don't have a ton of other outs anyway, and we're gonna have to deal with this guy eventually. You know?
Yeah.
So let's just double block here, and then block here. Take
5.
Okay, it's actually essential here that we find an on-land card. Even with an on-land card, we're pretty close to death, but we're gonna see what we can do. Ooh, that's a really good one. Alright. So we get to fuse, and we even get to extort off of it. So, not too bad. And we took care of the biggest threat, too. So that actually is pretty relevant. We might just take the 3 from the Centaur this turn.
Depending on where he pumps.
So that was an excellent top deck. Pretty essential one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't really want to block the Centaur. Because I can keep all the rest of it in check, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess he has a Drudge Beetle, that's right. Okay. I keep forgetting about that. So now Edict off the top would be a good card because he's most likely scavenging this turn. Yep. So he's going to scavenge. So we pretty much want an Edict. I forgot what other removal we have. I guess Avenging Arrow or something.
I guess you can just keep beating with that.
Alright. I think I want to make the trade now, though, I guess. But then we can't protect ourselves from the knight, really, but I think it's... We don't get any rewards for having it, do we? That you can think of?
You already played the one that...
The Alive and Well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have plenty of good top decks. Rurik Thar would be fine. Maze Rusher's fine. It actually trades. It was a good top deck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think I want to swing because he could double block and kill it.
Yeah.
So I think we have to chill on it. And it would actually be a good double block for him.
Mm-hmm. Because he only lost his Tristani Summoner, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're coming down to a top deck war here,
Yeah.
so I don't really know what else I can do besides hope for good top decks. Okay, going to 5. Let's get a spell here. Rickthar, maybe? Viper's acceptable.
It's totally acceptable.
Little pseudo removal. He's got good removal in there. Just take 2 this turn. Let's find another spell. Keep the top decks going. I guess we had to miss one of these times, huh?
Even though we have now 11 of our lands.
Well, we opened hand with 5 and we kept, so it was a punishing keep.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the keep I wanted to do ideally, but it's so much better than just not seeing our lands, you know. 5 lands, always be hesitant when your deck fixing consists of 1 Guildgate and 2 Clue Stones. Then be conscious of it. Alright, we're going to go to 2. I don't care. You can have a pump spell and win. Alright, I really don't care. Alright, so game 2. I guess we gotta hope for a better distribution. Is there anything that looks good? Maybe Armory Guard? He's got some fatties in there, right? What were his power guys? He had the Rubble Belt Raiders, which is a must answer, but we have a good amount of answers for that.
Rhino Token.
Rhino Token, that straight up blocks that. That's good. Maybe we want to do that instead of the Cobble Brute.
Yeah, but Cobble Brute will kill it. Maybe instead of...
But we take trample damage. We can like make good double blocks with the Armory Guard.
Okay.
And Wolf Rider stops it all day. So we actually have plenty of means to stop it. I mean, do we want to do Cobble Brute maybe over like Battering Crisis? Because this, you know what I mean?
I think that's better.
Let's do that. Steeple Rock maybe? Does that stop some of his... He's got the removal, I guess. But his removal is going to take care of all of our
He
stuff.
also has Indrik.
Okay. I'm cool with this. I think we do want to play first, right? Or how fast did he feel? How many 2 drops did he have? I guess it doesn't matter. We can play first.
Awesome.
This hand's fine. Do not have our white source, but we're going to try and make it work.
Happy to see Zertot Druid it and mana to cast him.
It's a good draw.
Mm-hmm.
decent draw once we
You should
find
just
a
use the Zertan and
once-
no green to.
once we find a white source. At least getting close to that Scab Clan Giant.
Feel all scabby. Actually, just 1 mana away, right?
Mm-hmm. No, 2 mana.
2.
So we do need to top deck some lands here. If we top deck a Plains, we're looking real good. We get the Wolf Rider into the Scab Clan eventually, and we at least turn on the Angelic Edict. So it's going to be pretty essential that we draw a white source, but we knew going into it our deck was dangerous. Ended up with a complete even split, and our fixing was
yeah.
It's ridiculous how difficult it is to find fixing sometimes in this format. Even when you're on the hunt in the beginning, I saw one opportunity to find an uncolored guild gate, which we plucked up, and then a clue stone and a key rune, and that was it. So this is actually fine. We're going to turn on Battalion if he doesn't find a means to deal with this. Otherwise, we turn on a 4/4 attacker the next turn. So actually, we don't even need to attack with the Druid next turn. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. You even have potential. Oh, no, you don't. I was going to say the Battalion and Trample, but no, unless you.
So he's got a Bust Annihilating Fire, probably. But we did just miss our land drop, so we'll see how conscious he is of that. Would have liked to have had that.
Yeah.
We get to attack him with a 4/4 here at worst. Alright. I think we do it anyway.
Your top mountain. Yeah.
So get in there for 4. At the very least, negate his life gain. Punish him a little bit. Royal Belt Raiders, got the answer for it. Just can't play it. That's kind of disappointing. I think we're just going to activate the thing again and swing with it. Nope. Or at least getting him towards explosive impact range. So we're working with a goal in mind here. He can double block too, but I would very much like to kill that Robo-Belt Raider. Open my white removal up for later game. And trading a land for a Robo-Belt Raider, I feel, is pretty fair. Even if we are missing our land drops, once we get a white source, we still turn on pretty much everything.
Armored Wolf Rider, really good.
Okay, he's going to 9. Currently can only turn Robo-Belt Raider into a 4/4.
Only if it attacks alone. You can bring his Centaur Healer in with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Looks like a little bit of a liability to double block here, so we'll just take it. Alright, so now we have to be defensive, unfortunately. Still need a white source. We knew our deck had bad fixing going in, so continually just battling our mana base here. There we go. Alright, so now the question. What do we edict? Everything's dangerous.
The worm?
I guess then we just hope to Venging Arrow eventually, huh?
Yeah.
No choice, huh? Get to do Armored Wolf Rider next, and I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. No more Scab Clan Giant.
I'm really surprised he's not bringing the Centaur healer in.
It's because he did an amazing job of keeping our guys back last turn. That was incredibly good for him. I think he made the best decision that game was last turn when he played Ruination Worm and kept that back. Totally turned off Battalion, any sort of hope we had of getting relevant damage in.
I meant this turn.
I could play Scab Clan Giant now, just really hope. Venging Arrow is not going to protect me anymore. I think we just hope. I think that's our best shot. You know? I don't know what else to do, really. Keeping Avenging Arrow open now is not going to do it, so just hope it does not hit the Rowboat Raider, which is a card we're going to have to deal with here shortly anyway.
Nice.
Hit the best target we could have. Still in a difficult spot. He's got a great attack here too, so this is going to be a really challenging block, I think. I think we're just going to have to try and take out a 3/3 and then trade or take out a knight, and then probably chump the raider, taking 4. As much as I'd like to be able to keep him around. Alternatively, we could eat a summoner, block the raider, kill a 3/3, take 5 or 6. No, 5. So maybe I want that instead. And lose the infantry. That way I can keep the Scarred Guild Mage. It's probably better. Oh, the Rowboat Raider has trample now. We might actually just be dead then.
If he attacks all out, Raiders is a 10-10.
So we have to see if there's any possible way we're not dead this turn. I think there is, but it's pretty much death. I'm almost positive we're dead. Almost completely positive we're dead, but we'll figure it out. So we have to at least be able to absorb this. I'm pretty sure. So this would absorb 5, and then I could go this, and take 8, or 9, or I could go like this, and then I would definitely take 11. So I think the only way I survive is I completely get rid of my Scab Clan Giant, I completely get rid of my Scarred Guild Mage, and then I eat the 2/2, and that way I take 5, 6, 9 damage. Is that the only way you see of me surviving, or did I do that wrong?
If he has
there something I'm
Savage
missing?
Surge, that will kill you.
I'm not even worried about that.
Okay.
Any trick, we're
Then
fucking
yeah,
dead
then
for
yeah.
sure. I'm just thinking, is this like the best block for any way to? Is there any other way for me to survive besides this block?
No. you have to absorb 5. Use that to absorb 5. So no.
Dead to probably, I don't even know how many different spells in his deck. Tons that we're aware of. Dead to the current board state. Dead, dead, dead. God, I wish I killed him. It's funny that we're actually one short.
Yeah. Could attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always funny when you're waiting just to die.
Mm-hmm. You had him so close. That is really terrible.
It's kind of funny.
We had a second turn Zertot Druid too. Which means we have
Yeah,
to.
well, this guy cut us on so many good spells in our deck.
Mm.
So we just completely crippled ourselves. As per usual in this format, you go for a plan Dragon's Maze. Someone's doing somehow the exact same 3-color plan as us. We see them round one, see all the good cards we missed out on. So it's been really, really poor luck for me lately in terms of getting good signaling in the drafts. I've just been doing it dreadfully. Making an early decision, trying to commit to it, even with, like, committing to 3 colors is usually the easiest thing in the world. If you can't see 3 of the 5 colors in your draft, you chose really wrong. But I mean, we ended up with a satisfactory deck. It's just he delivered his game plan so much better than us.
Yeah.
So much better than us both games. Saw the 2 biggest threats in his deck, presumably, while we're sitting on a Rurikthar that can't see its way into the game. So Legion Loyalist too, yeah. That's about it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah. You don't want to risk losing those.
Alright, that one actually doesn't make any sense, but that's okay.
I guess we could have Riot Patrol or Riot whatever.
I guess. I don't understand. That at that point that doesn't make any sense to me. Riot Control, you're right, Riot Control. I guess that would do it, but he'd still battalion our Zertot Druid down, presumably, so wouldn't matter. But let's just show him how close we were, because it's funny, and quickly lose. Alright, see you guys next time.